You guys, the Real Housewives of New York City is finally back. We have been waiting for them to entertain us while we're all quarantining, and entertain us they did. Okay, so now the episode started with the ladies talking to the producers about how they felt with Bethany leaving. Now, I thought this was absolutely brilliant on the producers' part because if you remember, Bethany Frankel pulled the plug on leaving production just as they were getting started filming. So these ladies were completely blindsided.
She never said anything about maybe not being back. To me, that's an FU. I'm sorry, it's an FU.
Of course, Ramona and Luann were pissed and think they'll do better without her, while Sonja and Dorinda did seem a little upset that their good friend Bethany left them high and dry. Now, as the episode started, we saw Luann leaving court with Sonja because her probation is over. I cannot believe that it has been 3 years since she got arrested down in Florida. Do you guys believe that that was back in December 2017? Time is flying. Well, time was flying back then. It's not flying while we're self-isolating. Of course, the new housewife, Leah McSweeney, makes her big debut. Where else but a boxing studio? So I think this was really smart because she's a really feisty fighter of a girl. So I think starting off in a boxing studio was a little bit of foreshadowing if you think about it. Oh, also, the mouth on Leah, I was shocked that she was saying what she was saying. I was surprised that Bravo let her get away with it. I guess we're gonna be seeing a lot of censoring of Leah in upcoming episodes. Also, Dorinda, her look in that red dress was fire. We saw her back with John. I feel like their relationship has really found a really steady, great place. As she said, she speaks dog, he speaks cat, but somehow they make it work. Also, Dorinda broke a rib dancing with Carson Kressley. I'm not sure how I missed that story. I'm not sure if you heard that story, but what? Ugh, and here we go with Ramona bellying up to the bar at her usual spot. Now, she was complaining that she wakes up feeling alone because she doesn't have a man.
When I wake up in the morning, I look to the right and there's no one near to me. Oh, Coco's there, but Coco's not a man and someone important in my life. She's an important dog in my life, a little girl.
I feel like this has been a little bit of a Ramona storyline for the last decade. Also, don't you love how these ladies bring their friends on and their friends end up auditioning for the show?
Are you ladies in need of a brunette?
Like, Elise, honey, it's not happening.
She made me into a millionaire.
Okay. I love Raleigh.
The problem is I started as a billionaire.
We also got to meet Leah's daughter, Kiki, in this episode, and I just can't get over that her daughter is named Kiki. Now, we learned she's in 7th grade, and if 7th grade was anything like it was for me, it's a tough time, so I feel bad even saying it, but who names their daughter Kiki? And thank God we are back in crazy Sonja land. The cameras are back in her house. The dogs are running amok. They're humping everything that they can see. There's boxes and bags everywhere. This is the Ramona we have been waiting for.
What do you think, Marley? I think he looks pretty satisfied. I wish I felt like that.
Also, Sonja talked about how her daughter went off to college, which I just have to say, not being a part of the show for the last however many years was probably the smartest decision she's ever made. If I crossed her on the street, I wouldn't know who she was. She probably gets the fabulous lifestyle that all the housewives have, but no one knows who she is. Smart move, girl. So fast forward to Dorinda's party at the Magic Hour, which, by the way, I've been to Magic Hour here in the city a lot of times. I'm so over that venue. I prefer seeing them have these fabulous parties on the Upper East Side or maybe downtown in the Village, but Magic Hour's in Midtown and I just sort of feel like it's a little bit basic. Sorry. So Tinsley ends up bringing Leah to the party and introduces her to all her fellow housewives, which I did appreciate when Tinsley introduced Leah to Dorinda. Dorinda said welcome, and you know that welcome wasn't like welcome to the party. It was welcome to the Real Housewives of New York City. Now at the party, we found out that Leah had been sober for 9 years, and just within the last 6 months or so, she started drinking. So automatically, all of us are assuming she's probably gonna get along with Luann and they're gonna have something to relate to.
Me and alcohol have a very weird relationship.
And then Dorinda has a special surprise, which for a second I thought Bethany was gonna show up. I'm not sure why, because I knew for sure she wasn't a part of this season. But lo and behold, it is my dear friend, Chelsea Pierce, who is a fabulous drag queen here in the city. She came out wearing Giovanni, feeling Giovanni, and performing it for the ladies. It was amazing. It was finally, I think, the nail in the coffin between Dorinda and Luann, and they're finally going to get over the fight about Giovanni, which, funnily enough, Leah claimed not to know what Giovanni was. I don't think that she got cast on the Housewives, didn't watch previous episodes, and has no idea what Giovanni is. Plus, she has a fashion brand here in the city, and fashion brands are usually familiar with competitors or other people, so something tells me she may be lying about that one.
I really don't know what Giovanni is. What is it?
And finally, last but not least, the episode ends with Dorinda and Tinsley. And I don't know about you guys, but I sort of feel like this fight is a little bit forced. I mean, as the episode ended, I feel like it progressed and got real because they were really sort of going below the belt and throwing punches.
Kindergarten starts. You're going to be late for the bus. Oh my God, kindergarten's starting and you're going to be late for the bus.
Why
So
are
get
you
your
acting
pigtails
like
in.
this?
Kindergarten's starting.
I don't really remember them having any beef. I mean, they showed some flashbacks, but I didn't really picture a Dorinda versus Tinsley thing being a storyline this season, but I guess we're gonna have to wait and find out. All right, that's it for your first Real Housewives of New York recap of the season. I hope you guys are as excited about it as I am. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, and we'll see you next week.